Testing 1 2, test 1 2.
Time, looks for Deutsch. Deutsch at the one into the end zone. A field play action now. Look to pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Cole Hebel. Intercepted by Hebel. Rears back, comes downfield, has Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the 40 to the 50 to the 40. Rodriguez is going to keep going. Right, Fetting's got room, and here's Bo Fetting. Fetting's still on his feet. Fetting's gone. Looking to pass, playing off, coming left side, picked up by Cotton. Alex Cotton with the pick, he'll take it back and into the end zone.
Turn and hand the ball off. Will Starkey, he thunders his way. 30, 20, one man to beat. He's got the middle's got a man, that's Friddle. Look out, Friddle, 40, 30, he's loose, 20, 10, touchdown.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live to the Climax Shelley School. Tonight, with just a few games left in the regular season, we bring you Section 8A and Pine to Prairie Conference Volleyball on yourliveevent.com. Hello once again, everyone. I'm Dawson Peterson, bringing you tonight's game coverage, and we welcome you inside the pregame show. For the Climax-Fisher Knights, they're 12-11 overall on the year. They've won their last 3 games in a row, dating back to the 3rd of October at Mahnomen-Waban, a 3-0 sweep, at Winnimac 3-zip, and at Red Lake County Central 3-0. A tall task ahead of them tonight, though, against the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons. The Falcons 10-8 on the year under head coach Kerry Soley. They're trying to get back to their winning ways after dropping 3 of their last 4 games. They're coming off a win last week at the Raiders of Lake Park Audubon, where they won 3-0. Tonight is the second of 3 games in a row on the road for Fertile-Beltrami. The Falcons on the road on Thursday at Mahnomen-Waban. So inside the pregame show tonight, we'll give you our pregame coaches interviews as we'll have a chat with Kerry Soley of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons. We'll preview tonight's game a little bit further and talk some keys to the game and then get you ready for the opening serve of the night. Section 8A and Pine to Prairie Conference Volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
But also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
At the Climax-Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax-Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax-Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club, standing proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax-Shelley School District. Welcome back inside tonight's pregame show on yourliveevent.com as we get you ready for Section 8A and Pine to Prairie Conference Volleyball. Climax-Fisher Knights playing host to the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons. So looking at the season so far for Climax-Fisher with less than a handful of games to go, Fertile-Beltrami tonight at home on Monday against the Crookston Pirates, and then they will host Ada Borup West next Tuesday to round out the season. They've had a solid year overall, a couple of games better than their record from last year. The Knights come in with a record of 12-11 overall under head coach Brenda Slight. They've won their last 3 matches in a row, all on the road, might I add, so some very impressive wins. It's always hard to play away from the home gym. They were at Mahnomen-Waban, at the Winnimac Patriots, and at Red Lake County Central. All of those matches went 3-0, so Climax-Fisher not dropping any sets or any games in those 3 matches. As of late, though, however, for Climax-Fisher, their health has been in question, with a few girls being dinged up, and that's as to be expected later on in the regular season. Some soreness and some, I think Coach Brenda Slight had said there were some pulled muscles amongst the team as well, but they're very close to 100% with about 3 games to go here in the regular season. Climax-Fisher Knights, as we take a look at the Section 8A standings, they're on the western half of Section 8A. If the playoffs were to start today, Climax-Fisher would be the number 7 seed, so that would pit them up against the Red Lake Falls Eagles, who is the number 10 seed currently. Red Lake Falls at 4-17 overall. But if the playoffs were to end, like we said, Climax-Fisher would be the 7 seed, and they would take on the number 10 seed. Of course, all of the standings going by that QRF value. So the team ahead of Climax-Fisher right now in the western half of Section 8A, the Northern Freeze, with a QRF value of 61.8, Climax-Fisher 53.3. So some ground to make up in the final 3 games of the season, and it could be there as well with the Crookston Pirates on Monday. That's a school out of Section 8 AA. And then if the Knights pull off a victory on Tuesday, next Tuesday, the second of a back-to-back against the Ada Borup West Cougars, who knows, that might actually put them into that next spot up where the Northern Freeze currently reside. We'll take a short break and come back and talk about the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons and their season so far up to this point. A little slow start to the beginning of the year as they tried to find their rhythm, and then they rattled off some wins in a row. And now in the back half of the regular season with the playoffs on the horizon, it's a big matchup in Section 8A volleyball and the Pine to Prairie Conference. It's Fertile-Beltrami and Climax-Fisher tonight on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Lakes Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, and businesses from Lakes Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Lakes Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Lakes Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Welcome back inside the pregame show tonight on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson bringing you tonight's game coverage featuring the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons and the Climax-Fisher Knights. We ran down the season schedule up to this point for Climax-Fisher. Let's take a look at the other side of the net for the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons in their season so far, as they've got sort of the same deal. They have a tournament left coming up this weekend, but other than that, 4 other regular season games left to go in this 2023 campaign. Let's take a look at the beginning of the year for Fertile-Beltrami. Actually sort of started off on a slow note. They were 1-5 in their first 6 games, and a team still trying to find their rhythm, and they played some very tightly contested matches looking at those first couple of games at Lake of the Woods, a heavy-hitting team out of Section 8A West, currently in the 3rd spot right there. They started off their season with an 0-3 loss, or 3-0 loss rather, beat Red Lake Falls in 5, and then lost 4 in a row against the Park Christian Falcons. That one went 5. Against Sacred Heart, a game that went 4, and then 2 matches in a tournament against Park Rapids, a Section 8 AA school, and then the Black Duck Drakes 2-1. After that, though, Fertile-Beltrami rattled off 8 victories in a row. At Crookston against Winnie Mac, at Norman County East Hewlin Hiddergall, at home against Bagley, at Barnesville, an impressive win with Section 8 AA and the Trojans, and then 3 straight wins at home, actually 2 straight wins at home at Barnesville, and then against the Winnie Mac Patriots. And those 2 games actually in a tournament, I beg your pardon. So in the middle half of the year for Fertile-Beltrami, certainly finding their groove, finding their rhythm. And Coach Kerry Soley, I know, always talking about when their passes are accurate, when they're on point there. And that's when it sets up their hitters to be so good, with the likes of Tori Erickson, Mary Jo Dunbar, Grace Prue. Those players, when the passing is on with their setters and they're able to get their hitters in good position to attack, that is when Fertile-Beltrami is so dangerous. And they can come at you from all different kind of directions and with different players out on the floor as well. I referenced one of the games against Norman County East Hewlin Hiddergall on the road. Madison Stunis usually setting the volleyball, passing it around. She got in on the attack, and the Falcons came over from all directions. I remember Coach Kerry Soley was so fired up after that game and the way her team played with their attack that night. So Fertile-Beltrami trying to win a couple more here before the end of the season at the Climax-Fisher Knights here tonight inside the Climax Shelley School. They'll be on the road on Thursday at Mahnomen-Waubun and hosting a tournament this Saturday. And that tournament will consist of Fertile-Beltrami, Northern Freeze, Sacred Heart, Stephen Argyle, Goodridge Grigla, and Badger Greenbush Middle River. Final 2 games of the year for Fertile-Beltrami will be against Red Lake County Central, and then a big one, the final game at the Foston Greyhounds. We'll take a break, come back with your starting lineups, and then the opening serve. It's Fertile-Beltrami and the Climax-Fisher Knights on
They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Final segment of the pregame show tonight on yourliveevent.com. We take a look at Section 8A with Fertile-Beltrami and Climax-Fisher. Fertile-Beltrami in the east half, Climax-Fisher on the western half, but both of these two teams in the same conference, the Pine to Prairie Conference, and those standings right now are as follows. Fertile-Beltrami and Climax-Fisher sort of in the middle of the pack right now. Fertile-Beltrami sits in fourth with a 4-2 conference record on the season. Climax-Fisher 1 game below 500 in conference play at 3-4. Currently, the top 2 spots, sort of a 2-horse race, and undefeated conference players with Ada Borup West, they're 7-0, and Park Christian at 6-0. Boston Greyhounds in third at 5-2. One team in between Fertile-Beltrami and Climax-Fisher, the Bagley Flyers, they're in fifth. And then it's the Knights, like we said, Norman County, East Hewlin, Hitterdal, Mahnomen, Waban, Lake Park, Audubon, and Winnimac, the bottom 4 teams in the Pine to Prairie Conference tonight. Fertile-Beltrami and the Climax-Fisher Knights, a handful of games left to go in the regular season. Climax-Fisher has won 3 in a row, trying to make it 4 tonight, and Fertile-Beltrami trying to peak at the right time and pick up another win with a tournament on the horizon and a game on Thursday. We'll take a break as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, and we'll come back with your starting lineups. It's Fertile-Beltrami and Climax-Fisher. High school volleyball tonight on yourliveevent.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club, standing proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax-Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Welcome back with our final segment of the pregame show tonight. Your starting lineups as we take a look at first the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons tonight. Starting lineups going down on the floor. Starting lineups for Fertile-Beltrami tonight will go as follows, with the senior number 1, Mary Jo Dunbar, sophomore number 3, Reese Brueggemann, junior number 9, Brooke Flathammer. Junior number 11 is Grace Prue. Sophomore number 12, Madison Stunis. And a senior number 13 is Tori Erickson. The libero tonight for Fertile-Beltrami, senior number 2, is Kaylee Hitchin. Head coach for the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons is Carrie Soley. Assistant coaches Maggie Coette, Jaden Christensen, and Shelby Dunbar. For the Climax-Fisher Knights tonight, senior number 1, Cambry Solheim. Senior number 3, Hallie Reitmeyer. 8th grader number 4 is Peyton Hoffman. Senior number 6, Ava Larson. Senior number 10, Sophia Nesvig. And an 8th grader number 15 is Kinley Carinta. Head coach for Climax-Fisher is Brenda Slight. Assistant coaches are Kelly Carinta and Alexis Peterson. So for Climax-Fisher tonight, it'll be Solheim, Reitmeyer, Hoffman, Larson, Nesvig, and Carinta. Ella Paulsrud is the libero this evening for Fertile-Beltrami. Dunbar, Brueggemann, Flathammer, Prue, Stunis, and Erickson. And the libero for Fertile-Beltrami is Kaylee Hitchin. Climax-Fisher Knights have won 3 matches in a row, all on the road, and back inside their home gym this evening at Mahnomen-Waban, at Winnimac, and at Red Lake County Central. All victories there. And for the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons, they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. And trying to get back on their winning side of things as the opening serve tonight. Fertile-Beltrami 10-8 overall, Climax-Fisher 12-11. Opening serve tonight belonging to Climax-Fisher, and Ella Paulsrud will get us started on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for joining us. Opening serve to the back row. Falcons on the attack, and some miscommunication right away from the Falcons as they couldn't decide who was going to go for it between Grace Prue and Madison Stunis, all trying to decide where to go with it. It'll hit the deck, and that'll be the first points of the night. 1-0. Climax-Fisher. Serve is away. Falcons clean on the receive. Prue outside. That's going to go long, and immediately Falcons players asking for a tip, and I think, did they get it? No, they did not. And quickly 2-0 Climax-Fisher, and a nice start tonight for the Knights. Serve to the back row. Falcons on the attack. Back set outside and down with Mary Jo Dunbar. That'll be her first kill. Early unforced errors from Fertile-Beltrami, allowing the Knights with the first 2 points as it's 2-1. Dunbar back to the service line. Reitmeyer passes up front. The 8th grader, Hoffman, down the line. Not much you can do with that one as Peyton Hoffman puts it away. And it's quickly 3-1 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And back to the service line for the Knights, senior number 10, Sophia Nesvig. Serve to the Falcons into the back row. Flathammer, a little off the mark on the serve receive. Falcons get it across. Hoffman wants another. She gets blocked and it's going to go out. And it will be a kill for Peyton Hoffman after it goes off the hands of the Falcons. And the second kill making it 4-1. The 8th grader Hoffman putting another away. Serve, back row, Falcons. Grace Prue at the 10-foot line, back across to the Knights. Outside near the judges' stanchion is pushed over. Falcons trying to set up a clean attack. Erickson cross court, that's wide. And it's 5-1, all Climax-Fisher early on. And a nice start for the Knights to get out in front of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons. We've seen this throughout the year. Some slow starts from Fertile-Beltrami. See if they get their passing on with Grace Prue. Nice dig in the back row. Reitmeyer nearly in the front row into the fans. But sometimes Fertile-Beltrami takes them just a little bit to get going as Tori Erickson quickly gears up on the attack and gets her first kill and makes it 5-2. Back to the service line for Fertile-Beltrami is Grace Prue. The junior and the serve away, played in the back row by the Knights. Reitmeyer, here's a tough third, and miscommunication now by Climax-Fisher. Kinley Carinta and Nesvig coming together. And a point to Fertile-Beltrami. 2-point set early on here in set number 1. Prue, the right-handed serve to the back row, and it goes out the back door, just missing. So there's your first service error of the night. That goes way to Fertile-Beltrami, and it is 6-3. Climax-Fisher, they've led for the first part of set number 1 here. Got out to the 5-1 lead, and then it went 5-3. And now 6-3. Erickson outside, goes down the line, and Tori Erickson puts away her second kill, and it's 6-4. Fertile-Beltrami back to within 2. Madison Stunis heads back to serve for Fertile-Beltrami from right to left here on yourliveevent.com. Stunis, back row, Reitmeyer passes up front. Nesvig, Hoffman, she gets blocked, and it was Erickson that time. Tori Erickson gets her first block of the night. And the first overall gets it to within 1 here in the set, 6-5. Nice job on the block between the combination of Flathammer and Tori Erickson. That's a tough block to get over the top of. They went right into the hands. Here's Climax-Fisher outside. Hoffman, another go at it. Tips it over the top of the block this time, avoiding it completely. And getting the third kill of the night is Peyton Hoffman, 7-5. Knights by 2. The aforementioned Hoffman goes back to serve. Right-handed serve played in the back row by Brueggemann. Pass up to the front. Erickson down the line. That one's going to miss. And from our angle, it was close, but just wide of the line on the far side, and it's 8-5. Climax-Fisher by 3. Hoffman back-to-back serves upcoming. A victory tonight for Climax-Fisher would be their 4th in a row with just 2 games remaining. They're at home for their final 3 games, including tonight and next Monday against Crookston, and then the second of a back-to-back on Tuesday against Ada Borup West. And Peyton Hoffman this time misses deep on the service error, and that's the first service error of the evening on the Knights, and a free point back to Fertile-Beltrami. And the senior Tori Erickson goes back to serve. Serve played in the back right row by Paulsrud, and Reitmeyer goes just long. And it's 8-7 as Fertile-Beltrami inches a little bit closer here in set number 1 from the Climax Shelley School. To the back row, Reitmeyer passes it up to Nesbig. Pass a little off the mark. Nice hustle by Mia Marshall to get it back across. Dunbar to the back. No dice. 9-7. Climax-Fisher, and a nice start for the Knights. Rotating on will be Ava Larson, and also back in Claire Erickson, a sophomore. On for Climax-Fisher. Parents' night tonight as well for the Knights, and a nice ceremony beforehand, and the Falcons going into the net on the second. Unable to get it across. 10-7. Knights by 3. Back-to-back serves for Ava Larson, and the serve receive not there, and an ace serve. The first ace serve of the night makes it 11-7. What a start for Climax-Fisher, leading by 4. Back row once again, Hitchin up to the front. Tough time on the serve receive early on for Fertile-Beltrami. Reitmeyer outside and down. Allie Reitmeyer picks up a kill of her own, deflecting off the Fertile-Beltrami block, and Climax-Fisher now up by 5 points on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Another serve for Larson. Nice run here at the service line, and it'll continue. The second ace serve in her appearance. Ava Larson makes it 13-7. Nice work by one of these seniors on this Climax-Fisher squad this year. This one goes outside and misses right. And the second service error of the night for Climax-Fisher. Back to serve for Fertile-Beltrami. Reese Brueggemann. Little jump serve from the middle. Played in the back middle. Snuck across. Grace Prue is there. Climax-Fisher outside. That one's going to be blocked, and it'll go outside. And it'll go down as a kill for Claire Erickson. And it's 14-8. And a great start for Climax-Fisher here in set number 1, leading by 6 points. Allie Reitmeyer back to serve. To the back line. It hit it. Fertile-Beltrami let it go. And an ace serve for Allie Reitmeyer. 15-8. Reitmeyer, another right-handed serve. Tried to go for the shorty, and it was too short, and it's the third service error of the set. Mary Jo Dunbar for Fertile-Beltrami recognizing it. Came screaming forward to try and play it, but it was short of the net. 15-9. In set number 1, back to serve for Fertile-Beltrami is senior Tyra Burke. Burke sends the serve away, played by Reitmeyer. Pass to the front, outside. Cambry Solheim pushes it across. There's the second touch, now the third, and Dunbar goes in between Paulsrud and Reitmeyer. And Mary Jo Dunbar picks up kill number 2, and it's 15-10. Fertile-Beltrami has played tight matches all season long. We talked about their first 6 matches of the year, including a match that went 5 with Red Lake Falls, 5 against Park Christian. Fertile-Beltrami, nice play on their side of the net, pushed cross court. Nice diving dig by Climax-Fisher that time in Corinta, an 8th grader. Fertile-Beltrami, Dunbar adjusts down the line, and did that get around the antenna? No, it did not. And this is going to go long from Climax-Fisher with Claire Erickson. It went inside the antenna, and a point as Erickson goes out the back, 15-11. But a lot of close matches, like we were saying, for Fertile-Beltrami this year, but then rattling off 8 wins in a row in the middle part of the year. But their last 4, they're just 1-3. So trying to peak at the right time is Fertile-Beltrami. In the middle, pushed across and down. With the right hand, Claire Erickson picks up her second kill of the night. And it's 16-11 Climax-Fisher. Back to the beginning of the rotation with Ella Paulsrud serving from left to right as you see it on yourliveevent.com. Stunis passes to Prue. Here's Climax-Fisher outside. That's tipped, blocked back, and it will be a block for Fertile-Beltrami and Grace Prue was there that time for the Falcons. That's the second block of the night for Fertile-Beltrami at 16-12. Dunbar back to serve. Up front, Hoffman, cross court, and another kill for Peyton Hoffman. And that's her fourth, makes it 17-12. Rotating back on for Climax-Fisher, Mia Marshall, and Sophia Nesvig comes on and heads back to the service line. 17 serving 12 is Mia Marshall. Played in the back, Stunis passing near side. Erickson, nice dig by Reitmeyer. Up front, here's Hoffman on the attack. Tipped over the top of a block, gave the Falcons a little time. Erickson outside, another heavy hitter, and Tori Erickson comes up with one. Tori Erickson, her third, going back and forth with Peyton Hoffman and Tori Erickson. We'll be calling their names a lot tonight, and their abilities to hit the volleyball. Grace Prue goes back to serve. Climax-Fisher leading 17-13, now 18-13 on the second service error of the set for Fertile-Beltrami. Rotating back on for the Knights is freshman number 5, Lucy Paulsrud, and she'll serve. Short serve, back row. Stunis now in the middle. Erickson. Nice play by Paulsrud outside. Reitmeyer runs up on it. Prue from the back. Stunis. Free ball at the... It was too tall that time for Sophia Nesvig. And it'll be a kill for Madison Stunis, her first, and 18-14. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Fertile-Beltrami dug themselves a hole early. Rotating on is number 9, Brooke Flathammer. They went down 5-1 early here in the set. And they've got it as close as 13-8. And now a 4-point deficit here. Hoffman outside, blocked, but it's out, and it's 19-14. Fifth kill of the night for Peyton Hoffman. What an opening set by Climax-Fisher. A lot of energy. This will be a great battle all night long. Back to the middle. Hoffman near the stage, and Reitmeyer the third is across. Nice hustle by Climax-Fisher. Back set. Flathammer will put it away and puts an end to it. And Brooke Flathammer with her first kill, and it's 19-15. Tori Erickson back to the line. Ready to send it away. Reitmeyer pass a little off the mark. Yeah, that'll go down as an ace serve for Tori Erickson. That'll be her first, and it's 19-16 and a 3-point lead for Climax-Fisher. Shortest deficit of the night, Fertile-Beltrami has faced. This is the spot where the Knights want to get over that hump, and now unable to play the volleyball that time cleanly. A pass off the mark, 19-17. Deficit cut to 2. Serve to the back. Nesvig. Reitmeyer pushes. Fertile-Beltrami sets up the attack. Dunbar swings and puts one down. Mary Jo Dunbar with her third, and it's down to a 1-point set. 19-18, and Coach Slight wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. Climax-Fisher leading by just 1 point, 19-18 on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsborough Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsborough Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsborough Dairy.
Set number 1 here from the Climax Shelley School sees the Climax-Fisher Knights in front by just a single point, 19-18, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Climax-Fisher actually got out to the 5-1 advantage, and they've been in control for the majority of this set. At one point led 15-8 by 7 points, but since then it's been a 10-3 run by Fertile-Beltrami as we just came out of that timeout from Brenda Slight and Climax-Fisher. Here's a swing from Dunbar. Down the line, nice dig. Avoids the basketball hoop. Reitmeyer across. The third comes from Prue, who pushes from the back. Reitmeyer outside. Fertile-Beltrami for the tie. Dunbar pushes. Climax-Fisher, back row. A hard hit by Paulsrud that time. Little tip from Dunbar. Second still alive, and a nice hustle, but unable to get there was Sophia Nesvig. We're all tied up in set number 1, 19 all. Fertile-Beltrami has come screaming back after they were down 14-8 at one point, 19-19 now. Outside, Dunbar. Nice dig in the back row again. Reitmeyer, a tough third. Climax-Fisher, the pass has been a little off the mark lately on the attack, and Fertile-Beltrami has seemingly found their groove, and it's 20-19. The fifth kill for Mary Jo Dunbar. Peyton Hoffman will come on. And this is the first lead of the night for Fertile-Beltrami at the 20-19 mark in set number 1. Tori Erickson, short serve, played by Hoffman. Back to the middle. Outside this time with Marshall, and it's down. Mia Marshall comes up big, and we're tied back up at 20. Rotating on, per usual, Ava Larson back on. Claire Erickson, a sophomore. 20-20. Here in the final moments of set number 1. Larson, serve is away. Stunis from the back. Brueggemann, Dunbar outside. She's got 5 kills and she'll find another. 6 kills this time for Mary Jo Dunbar. The block got up from Climax-Fisher. It tipped off the fingertips. And Peyton Hoffman just a little out of sorts in the back row after the tip ball. It's 21-20. Another serves away, and we're going to get a violation on Fertile-Beltrami from Brueggemann, and she must have stepped on the line. And now Tori Erickson getting an explanation from the official, and I believe they thought that Brueggemann was on the service line, so that'll be just a service error on Fertile-Beltrami. Here's a short serve back to the Falcons. Flathammer outside, dug out by Hoffman, who immediately gets out of the way. Up to the front, Cambry Solheim. Fertile-Beltrami. Dunbar. Kill number 7 for Mary Jo Dunbar. 22-21. It seemed like during that 11-4 run, or at the beginning of the run in the middle of the set for Fertile-Beltrami, they just sort of figured things out, and they started to turn on. They lead by 1, but it's been back and forth. Nice play by the Knights to keep it alive. Pushed back over by Larson. Now it'll hit the ground. It's 22 all. Ava Larson will get credited with a kill. Tied back up here in set number 1. Back to serve. Ella Paulsrud for Climax-Fisher. Early on, Climax-Fisher in control, led 14-8 at one point, and Fertile-Beltrami, the comeback, held their first lead just a couple of points ago. Here's Reitmeyer outside, and now with the right hand goes cross court from Corinto, one of 2 8th graders on the roster. Dunbar. Here's Climax-Fisher. Hoffman, another 8th grader. An outstanding one at that. Outside, tipped in, another kill. Mary Jo Dunbar. That's kill number 8 of the set for Dunbar. 23-22. The first lead of the night for Fertile-Beltrami came at the 20-19 mark. And the aforementioned Dunbar back to the service line from right to left. Into the net. 4th service error of the set, tied back up at 23. Service errors at inopportune times. This one gives a free point to Climax-Fisher, and we're tied up at 23. Sophia Nesvig back on. She goes back to serve to the back row, and the Falcons let it go, and it's back-to-back service errors 4 service errors apiece for both teams, and Fertile-Beltrami now serving set point. Rotating on for the Falcons is freshman number 16, Bailey Iverson, trying to go up in the match 1-0. Here's Iverson from the service line. Played in the back row. Hoffman in the middle. This for the tie that's tipped across, and we're going to get a violation called on Climax-Fisher and a 4-hit call, and that'll do it for set number 1. Final score 25-23. Fertile-Beltrami takes the opener on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Set number 2 coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lakes Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, and businesses from Lakes Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Lakes Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Lakes Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
RDK Enterprises is searching for candidates to fill multiple positions. These customer-facing positions require a high level of organization, workflow management skills, the ability to work with and lead others, problem-solving skills, and the drive to deliver an outstanding customer experience. Available positions include shop foreman and service technician. Compensation package based on experience. If interested in joining our team, upload your resume at planterdoc.com.
We finish up set number 1 here from the Climax Shelley School, and it goes way to the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons 25-23. And it was Climax-Fisher getting out to the early advantage. Held their largest lead of the night at one point, 14-8. But an 11-5 run from that point by Fertile-Beltrami gave them their first lead of the night. 20-19. Check that 12-5 run. And then they would be able to finish it off. We went back and forth in the last 5 points or so of the set. The last 5 winning points. 20-20, 21-20, 21 all. And it got all the way tied up at 23. And then the Falcons would take it 25-23 in the opener. Mary Jo Dunbar, big part of that 12-5 run, had 8 kills in the opening set. Peyton Hoffman had 5. For Climax-Fisher. Fertile-Beltrami taking the first one, 25-23, and now underway in set number 2. Falcons swinging. Grace Prue in the middle, tipped across. A quick whistle and a violation called on Fertile-Beltrami up front, and it's 1-0. Knights with the early lead. And depending on how the first couple more points go, it was the Falcons in the first set with some mistakes early, some violations up front, serves away. That got them out to that deficit, but Tori Erickson puts the kill down right away to quickly tie it up at 1 apiece. 5-1 start in set number 1 for Climax-Fisher. We'll see if this one goes a little more back and forth. Bailey Iverson is on for Fertile-Beltrami. Ready to send a serve away. She does. Reitmeyer receives. Pass up front. Hoffman tipped. Iverson went down to her knee. Free ball at the net. It's won by Madison Stunis. And it's 2-1. Second consecutive serve coming for the freshman Iverson. To the back, pass back to the middle. Outside with the Knights going down the line, and a kill for Mia Marshall. Her second kill, and we're tied back up at 2 in the early part of set number 2. Freshman Lucy Paulsrud will serve. Grace Prue rotates back on for Fertile-Beltrami. Paulsrud to the back, Hitchin. Up top, Stunis on the second. Nesvig passes back to the middle. Hoffman at the bottom of her jump sends it across. Swinging this time will be Brueggemann, and she'll get the kill as it went off the ceiling here at the Climax Shelley School, and it's 3-2. Not hard to recognize the low ceiling and tight quarters here at Climax Shelley. Much of the same over in Fisher as well. This time blocked up front by Tori Erickson. It gets pushed back across. Falcons on the attack. Flathammer swings outside. Pass up front. Quickly back to Fertile-Beltrami. Erickson in the middle, and another kill with Tori Erickson. Went right into the hands of Ella Paulsrud, and it's 4-2. Falcons lead. Madison Stunis back to the service line for Fertile-Beltrami. First set went to the Falcons 25-23. At one point, it looked like Climax-Fisher was well in control, led 15-8 at one point. This one goes off the projector up top, and it's out. And again, the ceiling comes into play here in set number 2, 4-3, and point back to the Knights. Any ball that goes over and hits something on the way over, it's a point to the opposing team. Serve across. Falcons outside with Erickson, and hits it and into the net, and we're tied back up at 4. Second serve upcoming for Peyton Hoffman. Peyton Hoffman, an 8th grader. Kinley Carinta, another 8th grader on the varsity roster for Climax-Fisher. This one's to the back row on the serve receive. Stunis nearly collided with Erickson. Called for it. Outside. Reitmeyer, cross court to the back. Brueggemann down the line. Hoffman is there. Nesvig passes outside. Reitmeyer. Dunbar the dig. Free ball up to the net. Pushed back over. Here's the second. Outside. Flathammer. That's over and down. And Brooke Flathammer with her second kill. Didn't quite get all of it, but puts it away. It's 5-4. And Flathammer, the tallest player out there between both teams. And Fertile-Beltrami, a very tall group with Flathammer, Erickson, Stunis as well, combining for blocks each night. Speaking of blocks, there's one by Mia Marshall, and it'll fall, and it'll be a point for Climax-Fisher. We're tied back up at 5. First block of the night for Climax-Fisher. Rotating on is Ava Larson, and Claire Erickson back in. Larson goes back to serve as we're tied up at 5 in set number 2. Fertile-Beltrami leading 1-0. Larson, the serve is away to the back row, and an ace serve. 3 ace serves for Ava Larson, 2 in the first, and now her first here in the second gives the Knights a 1-point lead. Can she do it again? Had a nice run at the service line previously. Off the mark, and the Falcons across with the third hit from Flathammer. This one snuck over. Hitchin the diving dig. Back across by Brueggemann. Into the middle. Tipped over the top of a block. That was Solheim with the touch. Here's the third off the mark. Back overhead was Brueggemann. Knights, nothing there. Pass off the mark in between the hitters from the middle and the outside, and we're tied back up at 6 as the volleyball hits the floor. And the mistake for Climax-Fisher gives the point to Fertile-Beltrami as they lead. Rather, we're tied at 6, and now they lead 7-6 after an ace serve hits the top of the tape and just dies and falls to the hardwood. And that's an ace serve that time for Reese Brueggemann. First ace serve of the night, rather second overall for Fertile-Beltrami. Reitmeyer fisted across, free ball back over. Dunbar swings outside. Reitmeyer into the hands of Flathammer, and it will be a kill for Hallie Reitmeyer, her second. And we're tied back up at 7. So Set 1 and set 2 couldn't have started any differently, with Climax-Fisher getting out to the 5-1 lead in the opening set, and now it's been back and forth. The largest lead so far, just 2 points. Fertile-Beltrami led 4-2. This one down the line, and Grace Prue found some space. And the lead back to Fertile-Beltrami, and the kill for Prue is her first of the night. Madison Stunis rotates back on. Tyra Burke heads back to the service line. 8 serving 7. In set number 2. Arching serve played in the back row. Serve receive is there outside. And that's a kill. It was Paulsrud. Lucy Paulsrud with her first. And we're tied up at 8. And senior libero now, Ella Paulsrud, comes in. Serve is away. Erickson from the back. Crew, cross her body, Dunbar. Knight setting up an attack. Outside, Paulsrud had a kill previously. That's blocked. Ella Paulsrud playing center field. Across, Reitmeyer. Fertile-Beltrami. Dunbar with a swing and tipped and down. And Mary Jo Dunbar with her 9th kill. And we're not even midway through set number 2. It's 9-8. And the aforementioned Mary Jo Dunbar back to serve. Outside, Hoffman down the line, and she was in the net. And it's 10-8. Falcons by 2. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Dunbar, the arching serve. Paulsrud in the back. Just inside the 10-foot line is Claire Erickson, and it's going to get inside the back line. The 3rd kill for Erickson makes it 10-9. Falcons by 1, rotating back in. Sophia Nesvig, she'll go and serve. Nesvig, sharp serve to the back. And an ace serve. Serve received not there from Fertile-Beltrami. And just like that, we're tied back up at 10. Another serve outside. Dunbar. Stunis sets up Prue, tips it across. Marshall was there. Reitmeyer back to Marshall. Tough third now. Here's Fertile-Beltrami. Stunis the right hand. Reitmeyer. Nesvig calls everybody off. Sets up Hoffman, who puts it into the hands. Erickson will swing. Reitmeyer. Here's Paulsrud from the back. Nice hustle. And a great play by Climax-Fisher. Stunis. Erickson into the middle. Reitmeyer, a diving dig to her right. Back at the 10-foot line. Hoffman to the back line. That's long. And an outstanding rally by both teams. Great hustles. Ends up being a point for Fertile-Beltrami, 11-10. Bailey Iverson rotates on, and she'll serve. Freshman Iverson sends it to Paulsrud in the back. Hoffman set up, tipped over, and down. Peyton Hoffman. Kill number 6, tied back up at 11, with as many times as we'll see Hoffman pack a punch on the volleyball. Smartly finding space and putting it down, and we're tied up at 11. Freshman Paulsrud. Short serve is across. Falcons were there for it. Erickson adjusts. Climax-Fisher, Hoffman in the middle, Dunbar the dig. Outside this time, Brueggemann. Nice dig in the back row again. Paulsrud at the 10-foot line. Back and forth we go in set 2. Brueggemann to the back. Rattles around off a rafter. And that time it is a disadvantage for Climax-Fisher, and the second kill of the night for Reese Brueggemann makes it 12-11. Madison Stunis back to serve. Fertile-Beltrami, the 1-point lead. Short one down the line. Paulsrud, back set. Hoffman. And a thing of beauty. Peyton Hoffman puts it away. Really nice play that time and a great pass. 12-12. Sophia Nesvig. Great pass that time. Hoffman at the service line. Hitching from the back row. Fertile-Beltrami swinging. Erickson gets blocked. I think it was Reitmeyer on the far side with the block. Outside for the Knights is Reitmeyer. Tough play once again. Free ball at the net. Stunis, who's going to take it, and Erickson the third. Up front, Nesvig tipped after the swing from Solheim. Fertile-Beltrami, Dunbar into the net and a point to Climax-Fisher. Another serve upcoming for Peyton Hoffman. 13 serving, 12 it's away. Fertile-Beltrami trying to find a clean attack. It snuck across by Brueggemann. Into the middle, Solheim to the right side. He went over the hands. The tall hands a flat hammer. Hoffman from the back. Nesvig comes gallivanting across. Solheim has that one tipped. Erickson pushes to the back row. The freshman Paulsrud. Nesvig, Reitmeyer, right hand. That's down. 13-12. Climax-Fisher now 14-12. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Hoffman sends this one away. Stunis receives. Brueggemann goes outside. Erickson was off the mark on the pass, and Tori Erickson will get credited with the kill. Her sixth makes it 14-13, and a great adjustment from the senior Tori Erickson as the Falcons get the point back, and she goes back to serve. Flat-footed serve. Play to the back row. Nesvig sneaks it across. Hitchin is there. Outside, Dunbar. And she goes in between Paulsrud and Hoffman. And for Mary Jo Dunbar, that is her 10th kill of the night. And the match, rather the set, tied back up at 14. Pass up front, Climax-Fisher. Reitmeyer goes right into the hands of Tessa Opdahl, who's in. There's the left hand across. Opdahl getting some time here in set number 2. Hitchin from the back, up to Stunis, outside. Dunbar, nice dig from Paulsrud. Nesvig, pass to the middle. Solheim pushes to the back row. And Fertile-Beltrami caught off guard. And a kill from Cambry Solheim on the push. 15-14 Climax-Fisher. Ava Larson ready to send the serve away for the Knights, trailing 1-0, but leading by a point in set number 2. Opdahl pushes just inside the 10-foot line. Hoffman passes it up to Larson. Solheim gets blocked, and it's Opdahl with her second and the third block of the set overall for Fertile-Beltrami, and another tie, 15-15. Serve is away. Outside. Knights on the attack and into the net was Claire Erickson. And it's 16-15. We've seen 9 ties in this second set. Climax-Fisher trying to make it a 10th and side out here. Free ball up to the net. Quick return. Outside with Dunbar. And another kill for Mary Jo Dunbar, and that's her 11th of the match, 17-15. As Dunbar and company start to turn it on, and they lead by 2. Reese Brueggemann, 17 serving 15, and once again on the service line. And 17-16. So a service error. And a crucial mistake gets the Knights back to within 1. Reitmeyer back to the line. Arching serve played by Dunbar. Avoids a rafter up top. Dunbar back to the middle. Tipped. Reitmeyer pushing to the back. Larson, now Erickson. Stunis, back set. Opdahl swings. Larson goes down to her knees to play it on a nice dig. Paulsrud outside. Fertile-Beltrami, here's the second. Swinging is Dunbar, rather just the tip. Pass back outside. This one blocked, kept alive. Knights another chance. Nice hustle down the line. And it's just wide. Just wide. And a great hustle by Climax-Fisher. but it misses the line, 18-16. Tyra Burke back to serve for Fertile-Beltrami. Little jump serve from the middle of the service line. Back to the middle, and miss-hitting it that time was Claire Erickson. Now 19-16, and Coach Brenda Slight wants a timeout. We're back with more after this.
Log on to ISD592.org to stay up to date on all the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club. The Climax Community Club, always looking for new members to join the club, and they stand proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
9 different lead changes throughout set number 2, and a 3-point lead for Fertile-Beltrami, 19-16 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. I'm Dawson Peterson, bringing you tonight's game coverage on yourliveevent.com. Tyra Burke will serve, 19 serving 16 for Fertile-Beltrami. Falcons took the first set 25-23. Falcons down by 7 in that opening set at one point. And what's going on here? Back at the service line, Burke now on the line. Maybe just not enough space back there. Is that the 4th time that the Falcons have been on the line on the serve? 19-17. Here's Ella Paulsrud, the serve across. Erickson receives. Stunis back set. Dunbar, they try to get a point back. Nice dig by Reitmeyer. Hoffman the second. Ella Paulsrud sends it away. Stunis, middle to Prue, into the hands of Hoffman. Oh, the second is across. What a play from Reitmeyer. Outside, Dunbar, that's down, but the Falcons get the point back. (20-17) now. And the 12th kill for Mary Jo Dunbar leads all players tonight. Serve across, Reitmeyer receives. Larson, Hoffman gets blocked, and it's Grace Prue with her second block, and the 5th of the set, 21-17. Second consecutive serve for Dunbar, a short one this time. 10-foot line, Reitmeyer. Prue had the block, tried to put it away. Larson sneaks it across, and it's down. And Climax-Fisher needed at that point to get it back to within 3, 21-18. Certainly would have looked a little bit harder to come back from if it was 22-17. 21-18. Knights needing 3 points to try and tie it up. Nice serve up to the net. Stunis goes into the net. That'll be an ace serve from Sophia Nesbitt, her second. Two-point game in set 2. Serve is away, up to the net again. It's the same play, but Stunis got it across this time. Outside, Paulsrud was ready to play it off the net. Didn't catch enough of it, and it falls to the floor, 22-19. Falcons now lead by 3. Climax-Fisher on a win streak of 3 consecutive games, all on the road at Red Lake County Central. Just yesterday at Winnimac and then at Menominee-Waupun. Those are their last 3 games. Here's the serve from Iverson. Reitmeyer receives it into the middle. Hoffman trying to get a point. Now it's tipped back into the hands of Hoffman. It's a cross. Fertile-Beltrami on the attack. Push to the back corner. Reitmeyer contorts her body to keep it alive. Paulsrud pushes to the back left corner. High into the air. Bounces around off a steel beam. And it misses outside. 22-20. Lucy Paulsrud will serve for the Knights. Down by 2 in the second set. Hitchin receives. Stunis back set. Erickson, Paulsrud there for the dig. Reitmeyer across with the right hand quickly. Pregame, block, pinballing around, blocked again. Back-to-back blocks for Hoffman. 22-21. Knights within one. Paulsrud will head to the service line again. I was just going to say how stiff the block has been for Fertile-Beltrami in the set. Hoffman comes up with two crucial ones. Here's a free ball to the net, tied at 22. Hoffman puts it away, and we got a tie game in set number 2. What a comeback from Climax-Fisher here in the last couple of points. Another serve from Paulsrud to the back row. Pass up front, Stunis. Erickson wants one, tips it over the top of a block. Into the middle, Hoffman again. Right side, Vulcan scramble, Stunis. Paulsrud the dig, passes up front, outside Reitmeyer. Crew in the back. Outside swing, and out the back door goes Reese Brueggemann. And the Knights have the lead 23-22, and Kerry Sully wants a timeout. We're back in 30 seconds on YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome back. Climax-Fisher leading 23-22. It's their first lead in this second set since the 15-14 mark. And they trailed at one point 21-17. And a 6-1 run by Climax-Fisher has them with a 1-point advantage. Paulsrud the serve. They lost the opening set 25-23. Here's Erickson in the middle. It's too tall. The pass off the mark, too tall for Tori Erickson from Stunis, and it's 24-22. Lucy Paulsrud is serving a set point. It's away. To the back. Diving receive. Paulsrud on the far line. Reitmeyer outside. Tipped at the net. Through to Stunis. Brueggemann swings off the light and down, and it'll be a kill for Reese Brueggemann. Will be her third. Back to a 1-point game, 24-23. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Flathammer rotates on. Madison Stunis goes back to serve. Trailing by just a point in set number 2. Stunis to the back. Paulsrud passes it up front. Outside. Hoffman tips it across. Into the air. Brueggemann outside. Paulsrud. Middle. Hoffman wants to end it. It's tipped, but still alive, and a nice block back across. Some nice work by both teams. Here's the Falcons. Paulsrud from the back row. Hoffman in the middle. Another hard swing, and it's down. Hoffman gets it this time in an identical score from set 1 to set 2, but a different victor, 25-23. Climax-Fisher wins, and we're tied up at a set apiece. We'll get you ready for set 3 after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
It's cleaner with Gleaner and less money, too. Find the savings on Gleaner combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Now, listen to this. 0.99% interest, less than 1% interest, 0.99 interest for 5 years on all new Gleaner combines, or choose 0% interest for 24 months. These Gleaner combines are getting raving reviews from the demonstrations and from those who have purchased Gleaner combines this summer. Gleaner combines from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Set number 2 going to the Climax-Fisher Knights, 25-23. As that was the same score in the first set, but went to Fertile-Beltrami, so we're tied up at 1 set apiece. And as we head into set 3, we take a look at some numbers. Mary Jo Dunbar, 4 more kills in that second set. Now has 12 for the game. Reese Brueggemann at 3. Tori Erickson also had 3. And then 1 for Stunis, Prue, and Fladhammer. 7 different players had a kill for Climax-Fisher in that set. Peyton Hoffman had 2, and everybody else had 1 between Solheim, Reitmeyer, Paulsrud, Larson, Erickson, and Marshall. And then up front for both teams, Fertile-Beltrami had 6 blocks, and Climax-Fisher had 4. As those are some numbers from the second set. 2A serves for Sophia Nesvig as well. Ava Larson also had 1. 25-23. The same score in both sets. The opening set went to Fertile-Beltrami. The second to Climax-Fisher. And here in set number 3, as we get started on yourliveevent.com, and the opening serve, that'll belong to the Knights. Ella Paulsrud, a senior at the line. A lot of seniors on this Climax-Fisher team this year. They've got a lot of senior leadership and experience. And an 8th grader, Peyton Hoffman, who comes away with kill number 8, and it's 1-0. And Climax-Fisher as confident as ever here with just a little less than a handful of games to go in the regular season. Serves away, Knights by 1 early on. Back set with Prue into the middle. Nice dig by Reitmeyer, who goes tumbling near the back line. Dunbar swings. Reitmeyer, a dig off a light. Is that still in play? No, it's going to be out. It would be a nice effort, but it hit off a light that was over the top of the fans in the bleachers, and it's 1-1. Mary Jo Dunbar at the service line. Far side, Reitmeyer passes it up front. Hoffman tips it over. Stunis pops it into the air, and Erickson puts it down. And Tori Erickson now has 7 kills. And the Falcons lead 2-1. If you're just joining us, Climax-Fisher was in control early in set number 1. They led 5-1 at one point, and even led 14-8. That was their largest lead of the night. Hoffman gets blocked. It's Peyton Prue, or rather Grace Prue. A 3rd kill, rather, blocked for Prue on the night. Fertile-Beltrami had 6 in the previous set. Dunbar another serve. Climax-Fisher, though, in control in that first set, but a nice comeback. This one popped way to the back corner. It was a great comeback by Fertile-Beltrami. This will be a kill for Peyton Hoffman, and it's a 3-2 as the Knights get back to within one. The second set was back and forth the entire way, had over 10 lead changes. Climax-Fisher trailed 21-17, but went on a 6-1 run to lead 23-22, and they finished it off to win 25-23. Short serve, and an ace serve. An ace serve by Sophia Nesvig. That's her third, and now tied up at 3. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. This one a little sharper, and it'll be back-to-back ace serves for Sophia Nesvig and Climax-Fisher, and they lead by 1, 4-3. To the back, up front, and that's another one for Nesvig. 3 in a row, and it's 5-3. On the floor here for Fertile-Beltrami, Olivia Isnes is on here in the back middle of the rotation. Serve receive goes to Isnes, over to Dunbar. Here the 10-foot line, Hitchin with the right hand. Across, Fertile-Beltrami, there's the second. Erickson swings, tipped, gave Reitmeyer time as she hits the deck, and near the pole up top was number 8, Mia Marshall, in a tough play. But it will be a point for Fertile-Beltrami, 5-4. Isnes will rotate off. Brueggemann coming back on. Grace Prue comes off, and Bailey Iverson runs on and heads back to serve. Volleyball in hand, down by 1, 5-4. In set number 3, tied up at a set apiece. Iverson to the back line with the libero Ella Paulsrud. Here's a back set to Lucy Paulsrud. And going into the net makes it 5-5. Over 10 lead changes in set number 2. And look to continue that in set 3. Some pretty evenly matched teams between Fertile-Beltrami and Climax-Fisher. Peyton Hoffman gets another kill. 3 kills already in the set. Knights by 1, 6-5. But both teams have that senior leadership. 8 different seniors on the Climax-Fisher roster, and for Fertile-Beltrami, 6 seniors by my count. Tori Erickson, Dunbar, Tyra Burke. Back-to-back kills for Peyton Hoffman. Leading me into my next point, I was just going to say both teams have some young players who are stepping up and playing very well here in this 2023 campaign. Peyton Hoffman being one of those for Climax-Fisher. And starting her varsity career last year, here's Erickson outside. Played by the Knights. Stunis on the free ball back across. Knights on the attack, and Hoffman get a third in a row. Not this time. Here's Prue. Dunbar across her body. Does she get it? This time she does! 3 straight kills for Peyton Hoffman, and it's 8-5. Knights by 3. 3 wins in a row for Climax-Fisher. A win just one night ago against Red Lake County. Here's Stunis passing outside to the middle. Now Erickson. She got blocked by Hoffman, but the Falcons on top of it to play it again. Back across to the Knights, and a swing by Reitmeyer, finding some space. And Hallie Reitmeyer has kill number 3, and it's 9-5. Knights by 4 in a 4-0 run. Paulsrud, another serve. Hitchin down to a knee. Stunis, middle. Erickson, dug out. No, Erickson the kill. Tori Erickson with kill number 8 makes it now 9-6 and stops that 4-0 run. Flathammer comes back on. Madison Stunis goes back to serve. Down by 3, 9-6. Here in the third set. Receive. Hoffman passes off the mark. It was never there. And makes it 9-7. The back set from Sophia Nesvig went too far outside, looking for Hoffman. Now 9-7. Nesvig in the middle. Setting up Marshall. Fertile-Beltrami to the back and too far. And now 10-7. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. After tonight, and we're not nearly at the end yet for Fertile-Beltrami, they'll be on the road on Thursday at Mahnomen-Waban. Short serve. Oh, and a serve for Peyton Hoffman. That's almost as short as you can get it, as it just barely ticks off the top of the tape. It's 11-7. And at the moment, all things are coming up. Climax-Fisher pass back to the middle. We'll get to the scheduling in a moment. Erickson, the push across. Back line. Paulsrud pushes it over. Flathammer back near the middle, now outside. Bruggeman, and that misses, and it's 12-7. And another serve upcoming for Hoffman. Fertile-Beltrami is at Mahnomen-Waban on Thursday. The next game for Climax-Fisher on Monday. This one goes out the back in a service error on Monday in the penultimate game of the season for the Knights against the Crookston Pirates. Into the middle, Reitmeyer. She gets blocked. And it's hard to get it over Brooke Flathammer. That's her first block of the night. Second of the set, now 12-9. Hoffman serve receive. Marshall back to the middle. Paulsrud. Here's Prue. Now outside Dunbar. Tip. Nice dig in the back row by Lucy Paulsrud. Grace Prue pops it into the air. Dunbar outside another swing and another dig by Paulsrud. Outside Reitmeyer calls for it. Fertile-Beltrami on the attack. Dunbar again. This time will tip it. Hoffman. Paulsrud a couple feet behind the 10-foot line. Flathammer from the middle. Dunbar again outside. And guess who? Another dig from Lucy Paulsrud. Outside now Reitmeyer. Blocked by Flathammer and quickly back across. Knights over. Falcon still alive. The second. And a point to Fertile-Beltrami. And what a rally makes it 12-10. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Tori Erickson goes back to serve for the Falcons. Now down by 2. Dug themselves a little bit of a hole now, trying to get out of it. Marshall on the right outside. Flathammer off the top of the net. Knights have to adjust. Reitmeyer tipped back over. Dunbar to Bruggeman. Back to Dunbar. Hoffman the dig in the back row. Tipped back over. A couple of Falcons hit the deck, but Dunbar there to clean it up, and she does. Kill number 13 for Mary Jo Dunbar. Gets the Falcons back to within 1 near the midway point of the set. It's 12-11. Serve across. Free ball up to the net. Played nicely at the net. Off the net by Nesvig. This one near the basketball hoop. Prue is there and back across on the third by Bruggeman. Hoffman at the 10-foot line. Prue, it went right to her. Went in between the rafters. Snuck back over. Into the middle. Solheim right hand. Fertile-Beltrami. Dunbar will swing down the line. Hoffman is there. It zips backwards for a moment. Reitmeyer has to adjust. She went screaming to her left. She was near the stanchion on the far side of the floor. Couldn't get there in time. It's 12-12. Five to nothing run currently for Fertile-Beltrami. Erickson the serve. Outside, Solheim has to reach up to push. Prue a diving dig. Off a rafter again. Nice focus by Bruggeman to get it across. Up near the net. Tough third. Solheim does, though. Bump it across. Fertile-Beltrami, another swing. It's Dunbar, and she gets another. 6-0. Fertile-Beltrami run. 13-12. And Coach Brenda Slight trying to put a stop to it with a timeout. It's Falcons by 1. We're back with more after these words from our sponsors.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
What a match we've got brewing here from the Climax Shelley School. 13-12 in set number 3. It's a 6-0 Fertile-Beltrami run. And a 1-point Falcon lead. Tori Erickson at the service line, sends it away. Reitmeyer receives in the back. Up front, Nesbig. It's pushed back over by Reitmeyer. Into the air. Dunbar, who's had a big night, goes into the net. And the point to Climax-Fisher. Ends a 6-0 run by Fertile-Beltrami. And rotating on is Ava Larson. She will serve. Tied up at 13. Prue receives. Bruggeman back set. Climax-Fisher on the attack. Reitmeyer put a little more extra oomph into that one. It was tipped. Larson, the dig, middle, Solheim, over the top of a block. Falcons can't play it off the net properly, and Cambry Solheim picks up her second kill. 14-13, Knights by just a single point. Dunbar on the outside. Double figures in kills tonight. Solheim from the middle. Falcons another attack. Dunbar once again going back to the well. Larson off her back feet, and a pass off the mark and miss hit by Cambry Solheim, and a point back to Fertile-Beltrami. We're tied up at 14. Another tie at the midway point of the set. Reese Bruggeman. A serve upcoming for Fertile-Beltrami off the top of the net. It'll be an ace serve. It went off the top of the net and caught the Knights maybe a little off guard. 15-14. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Libero Ella Paulsrud runs on. Hoffman comes off. Another serve by Bruggeman. Received cleanly. Knights over. Blocked by Flathammer that time. Nice work by Climax-Fisher to keep it alive. Here's a free ball at the net, and it will be a kill for Grace Prue. And it's 16-14. Fertile-Beltrami now by 2. First two sets were the same score, 25-23. First one went to Climax-Fisher. The second to Fertile-Beltrami. Reese Bruggeman the serve. This one's into the air. Tough second. Another block by Flathammer, but they're going to call Fertile-Beltrami for the violation at the net, and a point back to the Knights, 16-15. Back and forth we go once again as Hallie Reitmeyer gets ready to send the serve away for the Knights. Dunbar in the back with the receive. Quick outside play by Prue, who went cross court, right back to Lucy Paulsrud, who dug it out. And I'm going to say that one was tipped. Coach Carrie Soley was trying to figure out who touched it. The line judge said it was tipped on the far side of the floor. If it was, it'll be a kill for Paulsrud. If it stands, and it will. And the kill for Lucy Paulsrud makes it her second. And we're tied up at 16. It goes Climax-Fisher's way. Hallie Reitmeyer the serve. Played by Stunis in the back row. Hard off the ceiling, and no chance after it came down from there. And that's an ace serve for Hallie Reitmeyer. Knights by 1, 17-16, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Third consecutive serve for Reitmeyer. Dunbar passes it up top. Bruggeman sneaks it over. Tough second. Solheim ducks to push it over. Here's Stunis. Backs at Flathammer. Long arm with the right hand. Paulsrud from the back. Now Lucy Paulsrud back to the middle. And narrowly avoiding the ceiling as the Falcons get it over. Lucy Paulsrud comes up. Stunis, the dig. back and forth as we got some tough net play from both the Falcons and the Knights. Stunis back set to the middle. Dunbar pushes. Another push. Larson. Stunis at the 10-foot line. Erickson from the back row, and a nice dig by Reitmeyer. This time, Paulsrud goes cross-court. Nice dig by Dunbar. Stunis goes right back to her, and Reitmeyer can't handle the dig. And the kill for Mary Jo Dunbar is her third of the set. And from what I've got from my numbers, that's 15 kills for Mary Jo Dunbar, and a lot of those coming in that first set, which was that 12-5 run from Fertile-Beltrami after they went down 14-8. Were able to take their first lead, 20-19. Fertile-Beltrami took the opening set 25-23. And this service error going into the net gives another point to Climax-Fisher, 18-16. I think I said Climax-Fisher took the opening set. We had that backwards. It's easy to get confused when the score was the exact same. Either way, we're tied up at one set apiece, but right now, this will be tipped and will be another kill for Mary Jo Dunbar. And it's 18-18 now on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, but now 19-18 as the Falcons go into the net. Service error for Fertile-Beltrami, that time the second of the set. Running on will be Sophia Nesvig. Mia Marshall back on, and Nesvig at the service line. Jumps into the air, and she goes into the net. Back-to-back service errors. And now we're tied again at 19. Iverson rotates on for Fertile-Beltrami. The freshman will serve. The libero Hitchin comes off, and Brueggemann also running in. Paulsrud from the back. Nesvig outside sets up her hitter with Marshall, and it went off the antenna or around the antenna, making it 20-19. Fertile-Beltrami by one. Iverson, sharp serve. Reitmeyer goes off the ceiling. A rafter, a light, a speaker. What else is up there? It gets across after the third. Nice job by Climax-Fisher. Outside Brueggemann. She gets blocked, but the Falcons. Johnny on the spot for the moment, but it is Hoffman getting the block. And we're tied back up at 20. Surprise, surprise, another tie. Lucy Paulsrud sending the serve away for the Knights. Serve receive is clean. Falcons had a little issue with that early on in set number one. That was part of that run of being down 14-8. Nice play off the net that time by Nesvig, and it is a cross. Erickson in the middle. Paulsrud is there. A whistle and a violation called against Climax-Fisher. And it's 21-20. Falcons back up by one. Madison Stunis is serving for Fertile-Beltrami. Right-handed serve. Paulsrud. Pass just a little off the mark. Hoffman is tall. It's back across, but misses the line on the far side. 22-20, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Falcons now by two. Stunis the serve to the back row. Looks like the Knights are going to let it go for the moment. Luckily, they played it. This one off the tape. Fertile-Beltrami outside with Brueggemann. And the Knights just weren't there. Brueggemann picks up another kill. That's her fourth, makes it 23-20. And now a timeout call from Brenda Slight and the Knights. They're down by three, late in set number three. More to come after this.
Christian Motor. Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Welcome back to the Climax Shelley School, where the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons are leading here in set number 3, 23-20 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. It's been a late run by the Falcons. A short 3-0 run has them in front by 3. Madison Stunis and company 2 points away from going up 2-1. Serve to Paulsrud in the back. Hoffman back to the middle and into the net goes Mia Marshall as she mishits it, makes it 24-20. Another serve for Stunis upcoming. Marshall is going to rotate off, and Claire Erickson comes back on for the Knights. And Madison Stunis and company, she's serving set point. 24 serving 20. For the back row, Paulsrud. Nesvig, back set, Hoffman, that's a kill. Peyton Hoffman makes it 24-21. And the 6th kill of the set for Hoffman. And she'll go back to serve. Down by 3, work to do. Hoffman, a serve and a quick return. Nesvig, back set, Erickson pushes down the line, Crew is there, goes off the rafter and falls. And it goes down as a kill for Claire Erickson, and it's 24-22. And that pesky ceiling comes back into play, this time in favor of the Knights. Down by 2, we're back after this.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm, and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Fertile-Beltrami just 1 point away from going up 2-1 in the match, leading 24-22. Peyton Hoffman's at the service line for Climax-Fisher. Hoffman the serve to the back. Through Brueggemann. Erickson goes down the line. Dug out by Hoffman. Tipped back over by Reitmeyer into the front row. The Falcons can't play it. And it's a kill for Hallie Reitmeyer, and now 1 point away from prolonging the match just a little bit further, 24-23. Hoffman, 3rd consecutive serve to the back. Is it too much? It is. The final score in set number 3 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, 25-23. This one goes to Fertile-Beltrami. Identical scores in the first 3 sets. Falcons took the first, Knights the second, Falcons the third, all of them 25-23. Set number 4 coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club, standing proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher nights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Getting you ready for set number 4 here at the Climax Shelley School. The first 3 sets, the scores have all been the same. 25-23. Fertile-Beltrami took the first, Climax-Fisher the second, and then Fertile-Beltrami the third. And in that third set, Peyton Hoffman had 6 kills for the Knights. Mary Jo Dunbar, who's been consistent all night long, she had 8 kills in the first set, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, 16 for the evening. Tori Erickson also had 2 in the set. Reese Brueggemann had 1 ace serve for the Falcons in the set. And then for Climax-Fisher, they had 5 in the set. 2 service errors from both teams, 5 blocks from the Falcons, 2 from the Knights. Mary Jo Dunbar gets us underway for set number 4. It's been back and forth all night long. Peyton Hoffman comes up with another kill. Quickly, 1-0, Linfor's rather Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Rotating on as Mia Marshall comes in for Ava Larson. Sophia Nesbitt at the service line. Hitch it in the back. Through, passes cross court. Erickson down the line. Nice pass by Paulsrud back to the middle. Here's Lucy Paulsrud. This one's deflected as the volleyball spins in the air. Erickson across, up to the net, and a tough play on the third. And we're tied up at 1. Both teams evenly matched tonight, with some heavy hitters on both sides of the net. Looking at Tori Erickson, Mary Jo Dunbar, for Fertile-Beltrami, Grace Prue in there. You can go anywhere. Climax-Fisher. Climax-Fisher with Hoffman, Reitmeyer, and a yellow card on Fertile-Beltrami. I think it was because they were late trying to sub in on the rotation, so maybe that was a warning? Not sure. They should start announcing that like they do in the NFL and Major League Baseball nowadays. There was a nice dig in the back row by Paulsrud. The official on the floor, she could have almost just yelled it out to the whole gym here at the Climax Shelley School. Here's Hoffman with the right hand. Brueggemann, nice play by Dunbar. Hitching the third is over. Nesbig back set. Hoffman is blocked, and it's down. And the block from Tori Erickson, her 5th of the night. 2-1, Fertile-Beltrami here in set number 4. If you're just joining us, all 3 sets in tonight's game have been the same score, 25-23. Fertile-Beltrami took the first, Climax-Fisher the second, Fertile-Beltrami the third. This one tipped at the net and deflected. And it gave Reese Brueggemann her 5th kill of the night. 3-1 Falcon lead. Grace Prue, another serve upcoming from the service line. Sharply, right back, hitch in, diving play on the far side. Dunbar, that one got up on Paulsrud a little bit, but kept it alive. Lucy Paulsrud pushes. Stunis in the middle. Erickson straight up and straight down. 4-1, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Falcons by 3. Trying to gain the early momentum. It's been back and forth all night long with the exception of the middle part of set number 1. Now an ace serve from Grace Prue. That's her first, and it's 5-1. And that's exactly how set number 1 started for Climax-Fisher. They went up 5-1, led 14-8 at one point, and then Fertile-Beltrami went on a 12-5 run and took it 25-23. That was the first set. This time Pregame goes into the nets 5-2. Point back to the Knights. Some highlights from tonight. Mary Jo Dunbar, during that run in that first set, that's when she really started to pile on the kills. She had 8 kills in the first set alone. She got 16 unofficially for the night by my mark. Here's an attack on the outside. Pregame goes out the back door, and Coach Brenda Slight playing line judge that time, putting her hands in the air. She's all over. It's 5-3. Point back to Climax-Fisher. Lucy Paulsrud serving. Grace Prue, quick return. Paulsrud, far side. Nesbitt, Hoffman in the middle, into the net. Still alive. Yeah, it was into the net. It's a 4-hit call. Point to Fertile-Beltrami, 6-3. Madison Stunis at the service line for the Falcons. Right-handed serve, arching it away. Nesbig passes across. It was tipped. Still alive, and a really tough play. All out of sorts from the start. It'll end up being a kill for Hallie Reitmeyer. It got tipped at the net. Block wasn't quite strong enough to send it down. And then it just deflected all the way across the court, and the Falcons were chasing it down the whole time. Knights down by 2. Pass back to the middle, back set for Erickson. This one's tipped. Nice play by Paulsrud, and swiping at it is Reitmeyer. Falcons swinging with Pregame outside the line, and now we're back to within 1, 6-5. Hoffman, serve on the far side, received. Pregame back over. Falcons swing in the middle. Erickson into the net. And we're tied again here in set 4. A great start for Fertile-Beltrami, leading 5-1, but it's been those numbers exactly in a 5-1 run, answering for Climax-Fisher, but Flathammer comes up with her 3rd kill of the night. Falcons take it back. Tori Erickson takes the volleyball back to the service line, 7 serving 6. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, Reitmeyer in the back middle. Nesvig passes outside. Prue and Erickson collide. This one off the backboard, and Dunbar went down the line and gets another kill. Running out of space now on my stat sheet. Unofficially kill number 17 for Mary Jo Dunbar, and it's 8-6. Falcons by 2. Serve receive. Nesvig passes it. Solheim goes across her body and across outside Dunbar. Tips with the left hand. Nesvig there. Reitmeyer quickly back over. Fertile-Beltrami sets up another attack. Sneaky back set from Pregame, but Reitmeyer is there with her left hand. Dunbar blocked again. Blocked by Marshall. Reitmeyer will swing, and cross court misses it wide, and it's 9-6. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Erickson, the serve. Climax-Fisher, across. Nesvig sets up Solheim. Pregame back outside. Dunbar down the line. Free ball up to the net. Dunbar was right there for it. Back up to the net again, and another block. Brueggemann comes up with one. Now 10-6, largest lead of the set. And Coach Brenda Slight has her team playing on, down by 4. Still in the early parts of set number 1. Nesvig, back set. That's put away. 10-7 and a kill for Mia Marshall. And an excellent pass from Sophia Nesvig. Gets it back to within 3. Marshall runs off. Larson rotates on, as does Claire Erickson. Ava Larson serves. Prue. Receive. It went off the rafter. Tough play. Flat hammer the third. Paulsrud from the back. Larson right-handed tip. Fertile-Beltrami sets up an attack with Brueggemann. Climax-Fisher now. Who's going to take it? It's Paulsrud. Back, deep left corner. Brueggemann off the top of the net. And now 10-8. Falcons couldn't get it over, back to a 2-point game in set number 4. Of course, Climax-Fisher has to win this 4th to prolong the match and get it to a 5th. Outside with Dunbar. Tough angle. Now 10-9. Knights within 1. Ava Larson, another serve. Sharply. Outside. Quick return. Brueggemann wins it that time. It was between Reese Brueggemann and Reitmeyer. Falcons get the better of it. 11-9. Serve is away. Ella Paulsrud to Lucy. Gets it over. Stunis with the right. Outside, Erickson into the hands of Dunbar with the block. Over the top of the block this time as the Knights clear it. Dunbar, 17 kills. This is dug out by Lucy Paulsrud. Reitmeyer outside, blocked by Flathammer. And the height coming into play. Block number 5 of this set alone for Fertile-Beltrami. 18 blocks unofficially on the night. Reese Brueggemann. Another serve for the Falcons. 12 serving 9. Here in the 4th. Lucy Paulsrud back to the middle. Reitmeyer bumps it over. Adjusts outside. Flathammer, right-handed swing. Ella Paulsrud tipped it on the second. And it's 13-9. Can't get it over. Timeout from Climax-Fisher. Down by 4 in set number 4. We're back with more on yourliveevent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Welcome back out of that timeout. It's 13-9 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, and a 4-point lead for Fertile-Beltrami. Falcons leading the match 2-1. It's been the same score in the first 3 sets, 25-13. Falcons the first, Knights the second, Falcons the third. Reese Brueggemann is back at the service line for Fertile-Beltrami. Sophomore sends it away. Knights trying to be efficient with the attack, and the pass again. That one's off the mark. Now 14-9. See if the Knights can just find a clean sequence here and side out, get a point back. Brueggemann, back row, pass on the receive. This is pushed. Here's Fertile-Beltrami. Prue in the middle. Nice dig in the back row by Larson. Quickly back to the Falcons. Reitmeyer goes to her knees. Larson pushes down the line. Erickson ranging to her right. Dunbar outside. Just missing the back line. 14-10. Not many balls from off the hand of Mary Jo Dunbar have missed tonight. Unofficially 18 kills for senior Mary Jo Dunbar of Fertile-Beltrami. Hallie Reitmeyer at the service line down by 4. 15 serving 10. Back row with Lucy Paulsrud. Larson back set across. Climax-Fisher now Larson. Lucy Paulsrud hitching the dig. Back to Paulsrud. She gets blocked by Stunis that time. Here we go again. Tip down the line. Hitching. Deflected. This will be a tough third. Nearly in the front row. But getting the better of it now will be Lucy Paulsrud. 15-11. Ella Paulsrud to serve. Paulsrud to the back. Hitchin calls for it on the receive. Dunbar outside. Tips and a hustle play, but a kill for Mary Jo Dunbar. And the aforementioned Dunbar serving. That's an ace. Mary Jo Dunbar getting it done in more ways than one tonight. Ace serve, 18 kills, 17-11, Falcons lead. Trying to escape the Climax Shelley School with a victory. Getting back to the winning side of things. Hoffman in the middle, gets it over after the free ball. Knights get the block up. Dunbar goes down the line, rather Erickson, but she misses, and it's 17-12. That stops a 10-2 run. From Fertile-Beltrami. Serves away. Outside, Prue went cross-court. Danger, but enjoying the 5-point lead, able to take the risk. It's a really hard angle to go cross-court. Right down the net like that, 17-13. Wet spot on the floor, and Climax-Fisher will send Sophia Nesvig back to serve. Down by 4, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Can the Knights make a run and get it tied back up? Erickson trying to have a save. Paulsrud a nice dig. Nesvig to Hoffman in the middle. Tipped over. Up to the net. Paulsrud in center field plays it. Here's Lucy Paulsrud. That's down. Lucy Paulsrud with kill number 4. Gets it to within 3, 17-14. And the now the Knights making a little noise here in set number 4. Sophia Nesvig, little jump serve to the back row. Played by Burke. Pass a little off the mark. Tough return. Can the Knights take advantage? And tough once again. Both teams a little off the mark on the passing that time. It's 18-14. Falcons by 4. Grace Prue at the service line. Right-handed serve. Sharply. And an ace serve. Buzzed just over the top of the tape on the net. 19-14. See if she can come up with another. Paulsrud. Pass to the middle. Hoffman lines it up. Stunis pushes to the corner. Paulsrud easily there. Tipped back over. Fertile-Beltrami on the attack and a swing on the outside. Swing now in the middle from Climax-Fisher, and some tense moments as Hoffman puts it down for another kill. 19-15. 15 kills for Peyton Hoffman. Lucy Paulsrud. Serve to the middle. Stunis, back set. Erickson, running start, and it's just inside the line. Tori Erickson gets a big kill and pushes it to a 5-point deficit. Brooke Flathammer rotates on. Madison Stunis will serve from right to left, 5 points away from taking the match. 3-1. Paulsrud on the receive. Nesbig back set. Hoffman, no chance for the Vulcan defense. And another kill for the 8th grader Peyton Hoffman. 20-16. And Hoffman goes back to serve. Can the Knights force a 5th set? Back and forth all night long. Pass a little off the mark. Vulcans get it over. Nesbig sets up Reitmeyer on the outside, and she goes into the net. Now 21-16. Some tough plays there. Trying to play clean the rest of the way. Timeout from Brenda Slight and Climax-Fisher.
Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax-Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Fertile-Beltrami 4 points away from taking this match 3-1, 21-16 right now on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. The Falcons send Tori Erickson back to serve. See if the Knights can apply a little pressure. A little off the mark on their offensive attack in this set. Can they get one? Reitmeyer over. Brueggemann. Flathammer in the middle. Nice tip. Hoffman back to the middle. Lucy Paulsrud will push. Brueggemann up front. Dunbar with 18 kills pushes. Reitmeyer on the outside. Tipped over the top. Brueggemann with the right hand. Nesbig pops it back into the air. Reitmeyer just inside the 10-foot. Dunbar. Been a little quieter in this set, but gets this one back. Now 22-16. Tori Erickson to serve again. Arching serve. Reitmeyer. Nesbig calls for it. Reitmeyer back at the 10-foot line. Stunis over. Off the rafter. And as soon as it hit the rafter, all out of sorts now 23-16. And a tough play by Solheim to keep it alive. Fertile-Beltrami now 2 points away. And we'll get a substitution coming on. Kinley Corinta comes on, and Cambry Solheim will come off. 23 serving 16 for Tori Erickson and Fertile-Beltrami. Hoffman from the back into the net. And it's 24-16, and Fertile-Beltrami now 1 point away. Erickson now serving match point. From the back. Reitmeyer into the air. Nesbig up to the net. Flathammer. Stunis. Dunbar back across her body. Nesbig for the Knights. Reitmeyer down the line. That will be played, but it went around the antenna. And it misses, and it's 24-17. The Knights stay alive. Ava Larson at the service line. Probably shouldn't say it, but neither team has had a service error in this set. Grace Prue on the serve receive up to the net. Dunbar puts it away. Mary Jo Dunbar caps an outstanding night and finishes it off 25-17, the final on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Fertile-Beltrami takes it 3-1, 25-23, 23-25, 25-23, and 25-17. Your post-game report coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Lakes Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, and businesses from Lakes Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet 2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Lakes Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
RDK Enterprises is searching for candidates to fill multiple positions. These customer-facing positions require a high level of organization, workflow management skills, the ability to work with and lead others, problem-solving skills, and the drive to deliver an outstanding customer experience. Available positions include shop foreman and service technician. Compensation package based on experience. If interested in joining our team, upload your resume at planterdoc.com.
Log on to isd592.org to stay up to date on all the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club. The Climax Community Club, always looking for new members to join the club, and they stand proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District. Welcome inside the post-game report tonight on yourliveevent.com. Fertile-Beltrami wins it 3-1, 25-23, 23-25, 25-23, and 25-17. We've got one of the key players from tonight's game, and Corey Erickson for the Falcons. And Tori, a little bit of a slow start for you guys. How did you manage to regroup and come back? And you guys really turned it on down the stretch.
I guess we've been talking about like our faces and how like if we're down, like just to not show it on our faces so the other team doesn't see that. And I thought we did better of that tonight. And we just found it in us and then started to put the ball down.
Did you expect it to be like this against Climax-Fisher? I felt like it was a very evenly matched game, but it was a good game throughout.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I wasn't really expecting it, but yeah, some long rallies and very point for point, so it got long.
How about the environment too? One of the tougher places to play, I think, too, with the low ceilings, the rafters hang even lower, speakers, backboards hanging down. It's a tough place to play.
Yeah, so we were diving for some of those balls that you don't expect to like hit the ceiling, or a lot of the serves felt like they were deep or going out, so we were trying to adjust for that.
What was the deal with, it seemed like you guys did adjust to it, but were you guys stepping on the line on a couple of your serves over there, or what was going on?
Yeah, I think that did happen once or twice, and then once we didn't think it happened, and the ref called it, so I don't really know.
Okay, well, you guys adjusted to it either way, but it must feel good to get back on the winning side. I know it was 1-3 in your last 4 games, so it's nice to get back on track.
Yes.
All right, so down the stretch, last couple of games, I shouldn't even say down the stretch, only a few more games to go. What are some things you guys need to tighten up here in the last few?
I think it's just consistency. if we could like just get our passing down and get those kills, it would be very helpful because sometimes we get a stretch and then we start to lose it, and then we lose like 5-6 points, and that really hurts us sometimes.
Okay, well, sounds good. We'll keep an eye on that. Tori, thanks for coming over here on the post game, and congrats on the win. All right, Tori Erickson of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons talking with us here on the post game report, and we'll talk with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Mary Jo Dunbar. And Mary Jo, I try to give everybody some love, the passers, the setters, your libero out there. But I've got you for, I think, 21 kills tonight, and an outstanding match for you. What was working out there for you guys?
Definitely our energy. We fixed our energy in practice, and we knew we had to change our face and make sure that every pass and set counted. And putting the ball down definitely worked tonight.
Ori said the same thing. Change your guys' face. I think that's probably the first time I think I've ever heard that. At what point did you guys, or did Coach Soley and the coaching staff bring that up?
So before the game, in a huddle, we always do our rock chant, and then she went around the circle asking everyone what our silly word was. So she'd tell us a word. We each have a specific one, and she'd say it if we were struggling or if she noticed our face was down, and we fixed our attitude. We knew we had to make that change.
Okay, what's your silly word? Can I ask, or is that top secret?
Mine is slay.
All right. What are some of the other silly words that you guys have?
I think they're just random things like flour or just a random thing.
Spaghetti or something.
Exactly. That's the concept.
And that works, huh?
Yeah, it works for us.
All right. Well, sounds good. I asked Tori the same thing here a couple moments ago. Down the stretch here in the last couple of games, what do you guys want to tighten up to make sure you're playing your best here week 2 weeks going into the playoffs?
Yes, we're trying our passing, our serving. It was a hard gym to play in tonight. Our serving was a little off, but I mean, that's okay. That's one thing that we can fix pretty easily, I think. So
it's quite a difference coming from Fertile, where it's, I think, the ceiling's a little bit, not the tallest around, but it's definitely shorter here.
Yeah, it was a big change.
All right, Mary Jo, I do have a T-shirt for you if you want to stick around here in a little bit after we talk with your head coach here. But congratulations on a great game and outstanding performance.
Thank you.
All right, Mary Jo Dunbar of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons joining us here on the post-game report. And now we've got Coach Carrie Soley. And before we get to the X's and O's, Carrie, do you have a silly word like all the other girls do? Or
I was trying to talk to them in the locker room about, because sometimes, we get to the point where, we're so focused, and then you focus on an error or a mistake, and we just say you gotta keep moving on, you gotta keep moving forward. So sometimes if you think of a silly word or something, so I asked them all their words, and they came up with them, and I remember 2 or 3 of them, but if I do, I do, and if I don't, I don't. That's all right. We just kind of can tell them to, when they're having fun, that's when things are clicking for us.
Well, I think you might have some teams try and copy you guys, because that can be a hard thing to do. Move on, play after time, and things aren't going your way.
It is, and I thought we really did a nice job of that. Sometimes in the past, we've gotten a lead, or we've made one mistake, and then it's turned into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. But now I thought tonight that we were able to side them out within a couple points, and I thought they did a great job of that.
Well, nice to get back on the winning side of things.
Sure is.
1-3 in the last 4, but a nice win tonight against a tough Climax-Fisher group.
Yep, that was great. We actually beat Lake Park.
Lake Park, great.
Yep. So so we're nice to be on the winning side and be able to go out strong again now on Thursday and take that momentum into a tournament on Saturday.
And are you guys hosting that tournament?
We are hosting that, so that's kind of a benefit for us where, we don't have to travel, so that's nice. Sometimes when you get up so early, you have a hard time getting things going, so we get to, host it, and got some great teams coming that we haven't seen yet in person, so that'll be fun to have good competition.
So where did you come up with the you need to work on your guys' faces? Where did that come up with? Like, what's the inspiration for that?
When you watch film as much as we do, sometimes, or should say as much as I do, I guess, I watch after a win, and I also watch after a loss. Sometimes after a loss, I watch for quite a few hours, and you can definitely see when things are going good, and they're happy, and they're laughing, and they're working together, and they're complimenting one another and things like that. And if we make a mistake or something, pretty soon their face starts to drop down, almost looks like they're pouting out there. teams pick up on that, coaches pick up on that, players pick up on that. So we've talked about that watch film and take a look at your own face, and they were like, oh, yeah. That's kind of just a mental toughness thing to kind of overcome, and I think we did a nice job of doing that tonight.
I want to touch on Mary Jo Dunbar tonight. You guys I think you got down 5-1 in that first set, and then you went on a 12-5 run, and that was a big part of it. I've got her for 20 kills, and she just had a heck of a night.
Yeah, she really did. She's been swinging the ball. She's been swinging great out there. I thought she did a great job. She got set up quite a few times in a row, and she just continued to be aggressive and hit and swing away. And she loves to hit that line when the set is right there, when the opportunity is right. And I thought she did a great job of doing that and a great job of attacking the block.
All right. Sounds good, Carrie. Thanks a lot for the time. Good luck on Thursday.
Awesome. Thanks for broadcasting.
You got it. Carrie Soley of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons joining us on the Postgame report tonight. Falcons win it 3-1.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Welcome back inside the post-game report tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. It was the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons coming out on top. 3-1 was the final scores, 25-23, 23-25, 25-23, and 25-17. Just had some conversations with a couple of the girls from Fertile-Beltrami, as well as Coach Carrie Soley on the winning side. Let's get to one of our post-game awards with our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. 10 kills, 5 blocks, and an ace serve. I'm going to give our precision player of the game to Corey Erickson of the Fertile-Beltrami Falcons tonight. And we talked to her a little bit in the post-game report. And once they got past that little bit of a slow start, they were able to get it going. And passes were on point as well with Madison Stunis and Reese Brueggemann, a couple of the setters, getting things going there. But Tori Erickson able to put 10 kills away, also at 5 blocks. She will be the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, and we'll get Coach Brenda Slight of the Climax-Fisher Knights joining us. And Brenda, that's kind of a tough loss to swallow. I know it was a very back and forth match after you guys were in control at times, but back and forth all night long, and it was a heck of an effort.
Absolutely. I thought our girls, we were trying to read. We were playing a little bit scrappy tonight. The girls, they really wanted it. They brought the energy. I just think at times, when we got down, we kind of stayed down, and then it was that much harder to, try to rebuild and get back into it. But I give the girls credit. They worked really hard. They played really hard. There was moments where I felt like we could have been a little bit more aggressive, but, for the most part, overall, the girls should be proud of themselves because the outcome wasn't what they wanted, but they still played till the end.
Well, what did you think, I guess, of the matchup tonight? I felt like you guys are very evenly matched, sort of just looking at each side of the net and then looking at, Peyton hitting the ball hard, Hallie, both liberos. You guys are evenly matched, I thought.
I thought so, too. I knew going into tonight that it was going to be a very tough battle going back and forth. And, I thought both sides brought it. And, like I said, it's really hard because I really do think that we are very evenly matched. It's just we came up a little short, and if we could have, found a way to put it away a little bit more at the end, maybe things would have looked differently. But you can't take that away. You just learn from it, and and I think the girls are pumped up. They're ready to get back in the gym tomorrow. And I told the girls don't always come back after a loss and say, I should have done this, I should have done that. Instead of going into a game, just say, okay, I said this last game, now I'm going to do it, rather than I should have.
Sure. So the loss tonight snaps a 3-game win streak. Was there anything in those 3 games that didn't happen tonight? It was still a well-played game, I thought, against Fertile-Beltrami, but looking back to the previous 3 when you guys did win, maybe it was the instances of getting down and they didn't get down on themselves, but was there anything else in those games?
No, I think our biggest thing is, like just making sure that we get that pass to the setter and, getting a good set. I think, with sometimes the other team, they've been having a little bit more time to set their blocks. And I feel like the last 3 games, I feel like our girls were on point. We were running more quicks. We were running a little bit of everything. So, it really comes down to our passing, our setting, and our finish, and all 3 of those play a huge role in a game. And I think that when, we start off with a good pass, we're going to get a good set and we're going to finish. So I think, just cleaning those little areas up, and it's no one's fault. It's it's the way the game is. So just making those minor adjustments and hoping that the girls are ready to go by next Monday.
Yep. So 2 games left to go in the regular season. Nothing over the weekend or anything?
No, we don't play till next Monday.
So you guys have the long break off. Do you prefer that, I guess, with only 2 games left? Or?
Well, at this point, we have a lot of girls who are sick.
Sure.
So we kind of see it as like, yep, it's going to give us some time to recuperate and recover, and hopefully we come back next week with injury-free and sickness-free, and I think it's just a break that the girls they need it.
Yeah, it all depends on the team, whether you're just riding high or you're searching for a win, or in your guys' case, you need a break. Everybody's injured and tired and everything else. So when you go into Crookston, you end the final 2 games of the season at home against the Crookston Pirates. Another game to get back on the winning side. What do you guys want to clean up going into that one?
Just the communication piece. The girls keep saying, we feel like we keep looking at each other and waiting for each other to make things happen, rather than, saying, no, I'm going to make it happen. I got this. I'm going for it. And, stop just looking at each other, waiting for each other to respond. Just go for it.
Has that been a trend all season long, or is it more just as of late?
No, I would say it's just an on and off thing that the girls tend to do, but I don't think it's anything worrisome. I know the girls know what they're doing, and they even said it many times, you guys, we got to stop looking at each other. Let's just go for it. And I feel like that's just something that they need, just get on the same page, and hopefully we'll be okay.
All right. Sounds good, Brenda. Hard-fought game tonight. Enjoy the break, and good luck next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, Brenda Slight, the head coach of the Climax-Fisher Knights, joining us on the post-game report tonight. Her team coming on the short side of things. They lost 3-1, 23-25, 25-23, 23-25, and 17-25 were the final scores here tonight. Before we get to the Enbridge Energy player of the game this evening, we take a look at the Lost in the Valley Corn Maze in the month of October. It runs Fridays through Sunday. New activities like the jumping pillow, trike track, playgrounds, photo ops, and more. Also, an event Dazed in the Maze for adults 23, for adults 21 plus on October 13th and October 27th. So that one's coming up this weekend. Get tickets and learn more at redrivervalleyfair.com for the Lost in the Valley Corn Maze. Precision Player of the Game brought to you by RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton. For precision planting updates, information, and questions, contact RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton, 701-636-2119, or visit planterdoc.com. That was Tori Erickson for Fertile-Beltrami and her effort tonight. We look at the Enbridge Energy player of the game, and like we said in the postgame, we want to give a shout-out to all the players who did so well, between the setters and some plays that go unnoticed that don't show up in the stat sheet, but it's very hard to not talk about the performance Mary Jo Dunbar had tonight. Unofficially had her for 20 kills, an ace serve, and a block, and was just sort of the key cog to the Fertile-Beltrami offense, and was a big part of that comeback that they had in the first set during that 12-5 run for Fertile-Beltrami. So Mary Jo Dunbar is the Enbridge Energy player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Fertile-Beltrami wins it tonight, 3-1, and an overall sweep of the evening. The Falcon C Squad and JV also winning in tonight's matches as well. Both of those 2-0. Final stats tonight as we look at Fertile-Beltrami first. The Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Mary Jo Dunbar, at 20 kills, an ace serve, and 1 block. Kaylee Hitchin, numerous digs, and her defensive specialty work in the back row for Fertile-Beltrami. Reese Brueggemann had an ace serve, or rather 2 ace serves, and 7 kills on the night for her, and also 2 blocks. Tessa Opdahl rotated in, had 2 blocks. Brooke Flathammer, 4 blocks, 3 kills, and an ace serve. Grace Prue had 3 blocks, 2 kills, and 2 ace serves. Madison Stunis with 2 blocks, 2 kills on the night. Tori Erickson, the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, had 5 kills, 10 blocks, rather 5 blocks and 10 kills, and an ace serve. For Climax-Fisher tonight, Cambry Solheim with 2 kills. Hallie Reitmeyer had a block, 6 kills, and 2 ace serves. Peyton Hoffman led the Knights in kills tonight. She had 16 kills, an ace serve, and 2 blocks. Lucy Paulsrud with 4 kills. Ava Larson had 2 and 3 aces. Claire Erickson with 2 kills. And Mia Marshall had 2 blocks and 3 kills. Claire Erickson had 4 kills. I beg your pardon. And then Sophia Nesvig at the service line, mightily efficient with 5 ace serves for the senior of Climax-Fisher, Sophia Nesvig. We take a look at the service errors on the night, a total of 6 for Climax-Fisher and a total of 8 for Fertile-Beltrami. In the blocking department, Climax-Fisher on the night had 7, and Fertile-Beltrami with 18 blocks overall, as those are your final stats for the 2 teams. 3 sets to 1, Fertile-Beltrami wins it, 25-23, 23-25, 25-23, and 25-17. Thank you to our sponsors that you saw throughout the broadcast tonight on yourliveevent.com. Thank you to those sponsors. They make it possible. We do a lot of games across our yourliveevent.com video stream and our R&J Broadcasting Incorporated family of stations. So thank those sponsors when you can and patronize them, as we always say, whenever possible. Thank you to those sponsors. Also, thank you to you, the viewer, for tuning in to tonight's game on YLE. We hope you enjoyed tonight's game broadcast and taking us along with you on your Tuesday night, October the 10th. And as we say, we sincerely hope you enjoyed tonight's game broadcast. For the final time tonight, the final score on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, Fertile-Beltrami victorious 3 sets to 1, 25-23, 23-25, 25-23, and 25-17. I'm Dawson Peterson reporting from the Climax Shelley School, signing off and saying so long right here on yourliveevent.com.